Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on another segment of A Sister's Trust. Today I'm totally excited because I have my really good friend Gina Perkins here with us to give us a lot of tips. And as women, we're trying to empower each other and let you know what's going on out here in today's time. Well, she started a business called Heart Flowers, which have a good in detail of going from the mind, the body, and the spirit. And she's gonna really teach us a lot about it. So I got in touch with Gina just to really just build friendships and just see how she's been, and she's able to tell me what's been going on, with diet and exercise and meditation and really just having the whole picture, the whole body. And I'm so excited to really have her on here today. She's working on right now like a 90-day challenge, and I want to encourage her in that. So I'm going to let her tell us a little bit more about it. So welcome, Gina. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Angie. Thanks for having me. I've never done anything like this before.
That's okay. It's always a good first, especially with friends.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about how you got started. What was your thought process of putting Heart Flower together?
All right, great. Heart Flower came out of my own desire to better myself. Several years ago, I was going through a difficult time, and I decided I really wanted to get happy and make some changes in my life. And I knew that it started with me, and I decided to follow desires of my heart. And I had gone through something that was almost like pneumonia, either severe bronchitis or pneumonia. And I had somebody do Reiki on me, and it almost totally eliminated the pneumonia from my lungs in a matter of days. I was just floored by the whole experience. So I went on to become a Reiki master. I thought, this is powerful, and I would like to learn how to do this. So I took some classes, and I started doing that. And after my certification, I pretty much just worked on myself and family and friends, and it really helped me to do a lot of things, mentally, physically, just to make some changes to help better myself. And so I learned a lot about that. And then as I started thinking about sharing that as a business, Florida is not very excited about people using Reiki as a healing modality. So there's no place that I can go and hang a shingle and say, Gina, a Reiki master, come and let me help you. I can't do that. So I did it out of my home, just on friends and family, and I enjoyed that very much. But I really still had a passion to want to help people. Our family lawyer really urged me to become a massage therapist to get certified to do this. That wasn't the path that I was interested in. So I got distracted and went down another path and started learning about crystals and how crystals can help shift energy in your body. And it sounds a little bit woo-woo, but it really works. And I started playing with it and working with it. And I took some classes in that, and even flew out to Arizona and learned a meditation that works with the crystals as well. And that's called the Primus meditation. And I learned that from a really neat lady that actually co-authored a book called The Book of Stones, which is like an encyclopedia for crystals and how to use crystals and stuff like that. So that was a really awesome learning experience. And I decided that I was going to write a blog and be adventurous. And right about that time, I got sidetracked again by babysitting my granddaughter full time. That was 2 years ago that I had the website made and all that, and got a right turn to help our family a little bit. So babysitting my granddaughter. And now with all this time on my hands, I just thought it was time to take what I learned. Oh, and then WildFit. That is really important. So WildFit came along at a time after I was on a diet and had lost 30 pounds. And if anybody knows me, they know I have been on and off diets since my late teens or early high school. Or no, late teens right out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Gaining and losing 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, just on and off, on and off. And I was on a diet, lost 30, but I was always hungry. I would eat a meal and it would be healthy. And I was eating 13 to 1500 calories a day. And but I was always hungry, always. I would eat healthy and I would be hungry, and I just thought, God didn't make our bodies to be hungry all the time. It shouldn't be like that. I don't know that any other species eats a meal and then wants to go eat another meal because they're hungry. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I like to watch YouTube videos and learn new things at night instead of watch TV. And um, Eric Edmitas, the founder of WildFit, kept popping up on my ads talking about WildFit. And one night in particular, I was not feeling well. My feet were swollen so big that they just hurt. My joints hurt, my body ached. I was trying to walk and swim and do different physical activities just to keep myself moving. But I was in a lot of pain. And so Eric pops up with this video where he gets really close to the camera and he says, if you're counting calories to lose weight, it's not going to work. And I was like, oh, shut up. I pushed the button and made him go away. It's happening, 2 or 3 times in a row I got Eric. And so I decided to finally watch his video. So he has some great videos on YouTube, Eric Edmitas and WildFit. And so I watched a couple of them and I found out about a 90-day challenge that he was starting in a few days.
Okay.
After watching about, an hour's worth of videos about Eric and the program, I literally signed up for the program that night. And it started the following Monday. So I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare other than to say goodbye to my other diet because it just wasn't doing it. And I signed up for the challenge. And it was one of the most life-changing 90 days of my life.
Okay.
It took me through a process of really adjusting my relationship with food. And it really helped me to find food freedom. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was an advertising gimmick to get people to buy the program. It kind of sounded too good to be true after all of the diets that I've done. Mm-hmm. But I decided to give it a whirl. And at the end of the program, I really felt for the first time like I had control over what I ate and what I didn't want to eat. If there was something there in the past, it would just call to me. It was the piece of cake on the counter that, well, everybody else already ate. Okay, I'll have a little bite. I'll have a little bite. And the next thing I knew, the half of it was gone. Then the rest of it was gone. Just that lack of self-control that the way it has impacted me over my lifetime is it was like a lot of broken promises to myself. I promise I'm going to do good. I promise I'm going to stick to my plan. I promise myself this. I'm not going to eat this anymore. I'm not going to eat that anymore. And then I would break my promise to myself. And over time, I learned that those broken promises really, they ebb away at our self-confidence, my self-confidence, way at believing in myself. And so I really had hit a low spot, and I felt like WildFit helped to teach that to me. And because I'm a spiritual person, I took the lessons that I learned in WildFit, which is not a spiritually based program. The teachings of it are very spiritual. They just don't use the word God, and they don't talk about that, but it is very spiritual. And so I learned how to make some of those adjustments and changes, and it really changed my heart, and it changed my body. I've now lost 70 pounds total actually about 75 now in a year. So, and with all this coronavirus stuff, I'm having self-control. I used to be a binge eater. I used to be a sugar addict. I guess I still am a sugar addict. I never wanted to admit that. But eating sugar just made me more hungry, and eating sugar made me want more of whatever, anything.
Right.
So I've learned how to go through that and release that. And if I choose to eat it, I eat it. And if I choose not to, I don't feel the pull anymore. So that has been very empowering to me.
Okay. So that's where you got the self-control with going through this form of eating, you know, changing your habits, eating better. So it helps you not to have as much cravings, and you can put it down versus, you know, it's like you can, well, before you can make your own choices, but something with that self-control, like you don't want to, or sometimes, you know, we're talking about spiritual, sometimes things that's in your soul make you gravitate towards things. It's kind of like sometimes you be empty in certain things, and you kind of like fill it with all this excess
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's not good for you. You kind of feel good for the moment, but then what do you have, like that crash of, I wish I would have never did it. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you know.
Yeah. And that's part of, that's actually a core principle of the WildFit program, is to like address, where did those thoughts come from? You know, where does it come from when we want to eat something that we know isn't good for us? Well, where does that come from? So, and what's really nice is it's not a lot of psychology stuff, you know, and it's not a lot of that, but it's like addressing your thoughts and addressing the dialogue that goes on inside our heads of why we do what we do, and when we do it. And so, um, so that's that. So I did the 90-day challenge, and I liked it so much that I signed up to be a coach. So I've gone through the coaching class and the coaching training. I passed my class or my test, and now I'm leading my own 90-day challenge. It's a trial class, and I've got 8 people in it.
Okay.
So I get to take them through the program, and I'll get some more coaching from WildFit and how I can improve and that kind of stuff. But I'm really passionate about this and really excited about wanting to help other people. Now, I'll be able to be done with my coach training class by mid-July, end of July, and I'm hoping to start in August. So with my own class as a certified coach.
Well, that's pretty neat too, being that you're gonna be an example of the product that you're putting out. You know, the
Yeah.
hard work and everything, and seeing that it happen. You know, the changes that you have in your life, and not just taking it and keeping it to yourself like the secret. You know, being
Yeah.
willing to, you know, to share with other people. You know, and also I think it would give more people hope that they can have a new change outlook in 90 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying about,
Yeah.
I know a lot of diet programs, they want you to, well, you're always supposed to eat right, where people mostly know that. But,
Right.
you know, sometimes they don't want to wait for 2 and 3 years to see
Right.
the results. Sometimes, you know, everybody got different mindsets, even though you didn't really put it on overnight, you know, they still want the quick results. But at least with the 3 months and having somebody work with you for the 3 months, will give them a little bit more direction, a little bit more hope, that versus, hey, I got to wait a whole 2 years to see results, you know, because I don't know where people think they don't have enough time, they're busy. I mean, we still have the same 24 hours. And
Yeah.
it shows that we control our mind in the sense that sometimes we control in a way we just don't think right. You know, and we always putting other people and other things ahead of things that we should focus for our own life, like getting a better health, you know, doing a little bit things better for ourselves. So one
Yeah.
thing I did notice, like you said, you know, with starting the heart flower, you know, it's like a total mind, spirit, and body.
Mm-hmm.
Now you were saying something about what was it called? Reiki? How you pronounce it?
Reiki.
Reiki. Now, what
Yes.
exactly is Reiki? What do that stand for?
Um, I don't know. Let's see. What does it stand for? It is a healing modality that was invented in Japan. I want to say in the 1300s, 1500s.
Mm-hmm.
Has carried through. Um, they had a very sacred practice that would require years to become a Reiki master,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's taught quicker. And obviously, you develop in it as you go. And the idea is to um, shift the energy in a person or in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, have you ever been stressed and there's a part of your body that holds on to stress? Like the last 2 weeks of getting ready for this class, I found that I was sitting at the computer and I find my ears, my shoulders and my ears working, you know, on my computer, and so by the end of the day, my whole neck and shoulders were in pain because
Mm-hmm.
of the stress. I keep pulling here. And so when when you do Reiki on a part of the body that is holding stress, it helps to move the stress through the body.
Right.
Your
Right.
body can then heal itself and do what it needs to do. So it's only a healing modality in that it helps to unclog. You know, acupuncture helps to unclog whole areas of stress.
Mhm.
So it works similarly, but in a different application.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, because I remember coming to your house, and you know, and
Mhm.
I'm still getting well, you know, from when I had two boots on and my feet was crushed and stuff like that. And I
Right.
remember you doing the Reiki on me some kind of way. I didn't know what I was doing, but
Uh-huh.
I could feel a different in my, I think it was my left foot, you
Yeah.
know, doing. So it is some type of science behind it. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what that mean or what type of group. I mean, but I do know, I can't say from personal experience that I could feel a difference because sometimes my legs and where my ankles and everything will get very weak. And
Mm-hmm.
for no reason, I could be laying down and I will feel pain
Mm.
in my body. And I hadn't even stood up, you know,
Yeah.
and like you said, with even with the WildFit, changing things about yourself, you know, seeing what you need to change about yourself that works, you know, because everything don't work for everybody, but
Mm-hmm.
finding what really works for you. And I was noticing even as we was talking how you were saying you was having all the aches and pains, but now that you're changing your eating, it's been making a big difference. And
It's been huge. And
yeah.
that was one thing I was thinking as you were talking, um, because not only do you lose weight when you do WildFit, and actually some people don't lose, and I actually thought I would lose more than I did. When I was on the 90 days, I lost 18 pounds.
Okay.
So really, I was hoping for like a 30 or 50-pound drop. And
Yeah.
I didn't quite get that. But what I did get were a lot of inches. I think I lost 6 inches off my belly. That's a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I think my thighs and my hips, I lost the most, which is funny because I was walking just as much before as I did during the program. And
Okay.
I lost like 4 inches off of my thigh, wrap around both thighs at once,
Mhm.
that much. So that's a lot. But I lost all of the pain in my joints because
Okay.
that night when I was sitting there watching and Eric popped up and I was like saying no, 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 and he kept popping up. um, like I had so much pain in my feet, in my knees, in my hips,
Mhm.
up my spine. My shoulders ached, my elbows ached, even my wrists were starting to ache.
Mhm.
And I don't particularly enjoy um, going to the doctors, and I knew I would be a non-compliant patient, meaning if they diagnosed me with something, I wasn't going to do the medicine because I'm just that stubborn, and I knew I wouldn't do it. And I don't recommend that to anybody. That's not my teaching. That is my own personal philosophy. So I knew that I needed to make changes with my food, and I reached the point in my life where I thought, well, if I do this 90-day challenge and I don't have a change, I'm going to go get my stomach stapled or I'm going to go on one of those really radical diets with the pills and the shots, which I didn't want to do. My heart really wanted, I thought, God made us to eat. I need to be able to learn how to eat the right foods for my personal body.
Mhm.
And and when I was ready, it showed up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. I mean, it's good that you did the challenge and then,
Yeah.
you know, you was able to listen to the direction. And so you
Mhm.
got some results. And now
Yeah.
that you're able to help other people, I think that's pretty good. And, you know, the main
Yeah.
thing, you know, we want to be able to spread things and help everybody, you know, help people that's trying
Yeah.
to also, but I think a big key is you got to be a person that want to help yourself. You know,
Yeah.
you can hear a lot of things, but you got to have that desire. And you know, and
Mhm.
some people, it has to be your time to be
Mhm.
able to take it in because you know we hear a lot of things, but if
Yeah.
it's not your time, I mean, if zoom by in a year from now and be like, oh man, you know, we have those results. Like I could have had that 13
Yes.
months ago or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. So it's got to get tired. What is it? Get sick or tired of being tired of the same thing.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
and the foolish thing is trying to do the same thing to get the new results.
Exactly.
It's so amazing how we know all those things, but we still kind of fall into the same patterns.
Well, and I kept trying every diet. So I would try the no cheese diet. So I would go a month with no cheese, and then I would go a no wheat diet, and then I would try the, the banana and peanut butter diet. I tried all of them. The keto, I tried that, and then I tried intermittent fasting. I was doing all of the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it was sticking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff out there, that works, but you got to
Mm-hmm.
find what sticks for you. Because I know when I did the water fast, and that works for me. But I think when you know how to eat right, no matter what those diets are, you got to be able to come back to the right plan that you can do like a life. you know,
Yeah.
knowing how to bring all that stuff back together. Because a lot of those other things too will give you that good jump start too, that good push. But being able to come back to the right system and say, okay, I got what I
Yeah.
moved off, it was quick, but now how do I eat the right, the balance and to keep it so
Right.
that it don't go back
Yeah.
to the same thing. So I think that this program will be good because a lot of people don't have the mindset that they could do things by themselves. You find that
Right.
even in business, people will be doing the same business, but they're the type of people that feel like they need to clock in or have a manager to do the same job that they get a commission for. So I think
Right.
sometimes people need that leadership and somebody showing the example, that
Yeah.
can actually work. Sometimes you have to look forward to what somebody else does so you could really take that belief for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a great program. And I mean, who knows? I mean, they could be just like you, get in the program and become a coach also. Once they see, then they can help coach somebody else, with
Yes.
you helping them. So I'm going to put all your information in the description with this video so that
Great.
people get in touch with you. And maybe if I can able to work it out to get your Facebook up so they could click on and see,
Yes.
some examples. I want to really be able to do that. I want to
That
be,
would be great. And
yeah.
when I become a certified coach, maybe we can even do a class just for your clients. So we can do an Angela class and have you and whoever you want to in your class, and it could be a lot of fun.
Yes, that will be. That will be fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I really appreciate you taking time to be here with us today, talking to us about the Wild Fit, how to get our eating better.
Yeah.
Also, with the Reiki, I keep wanting to say Reiki.
Reiki.
Reiki,
Reiki.
so
Yeah.
you're talking to us a little bit about the Reiki, getting our mind together, getting our body and our soul. We do need
Right.
a complete package because we are one person, right?
Yeah.
And in order to help other people, as many of us try to do, we got to learn to take it back a little bit and start helping ourselves. And it's not being selfish to help yourself. When you could do a little bit better for yourself, it helps you to project better and take
Yes.
care of other people better.
Yes, it
So, and
does.
as women, we always wearing so many hats. Either you're the
Mm-hmm.
mom, you're the wife, you're the sister, you're the
Yeah.
friend. And so we got to learn how to take care of our spirit and our body so we can take care of others. So I really appreciate you sharing all your knowledge and wisdom with us. And then,
Thank you, Angie.
yes. So guys, thank you guys for joining us today. This is my friend Gina Perkins, which I've known over 29 years. And I'm totally excited for her journey.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to share her journey with you. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and leave comments and questions. If you have questions, I could try to get them over to her. And like I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to put her information on it. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Gina. And I'll talk to you in the future.
All right.
I'll see you guys later. And thank you again for joining us on A Sister's Trust. Y'all have a
All right.
great day. Bye.
Bye.